So we have to talk about Toshi. It's been a minute since we talked about this project on this channel. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. But let's talk about this because we're at 282 million right now inside of market cap, and the trading volume is at 36 million. So that's pretty good. What I really like is down here, every single time period for Toshi, it's bullish. In the last hour, bullish 2.9%. In the last 24 hours, bullish 15.8%. In the last 7 days, bullish 20.4%. 14 days, up 7.6%. Last 30 days, 32.2%. And the last year, 519%. And just looking at this right here, from here to here, you can see a wedge pattern actually. So I think we might have a nice bull flag building up here. I don't know. We'll see. But it does look pretty nice right now. It does. I'm not gonna lie. This is a easy wedge pattern right here. You can see it. You can see the bottoms here. We'll go ahead and do an actual technical analysis on it, right? But I just kind of wanted to show you guys this because this is a textbook pattern right here. So and this just from January, obviously, till now. So that's what we'll be looking at. But moving on from that, we'll be talking about the technicals after. What I do want to show you guys is the news with Toshi. So Toshi is now live on Binance. That's obviously why it was going crazy. But this was earlier on the 1st of August. But after getting put on Binance right on the 1st, it has now also been listed to Binance US. And if anyone doesn't know, Binance US rarely lists any projects. So it's kind of big that they list Toshi because Binance US, you know, I don't like it. I don't like it. But they don't list projects that much. They need to be more innovative, but they listed Toshi. So that says a lot about Toshi as a project. So that is cool. And as you can see here, on the 7th, it is live at 7 a.m. So go figure. That's pretty good. Now, this is just a post from Binance US confirming that they are listing as well. And then also the whole Toshi Mart thing, you can go ahead and access that. It's live. You can access it right now. You got the token pocket. I guess it's some kind of stablecoin wallet. But yeah, Toshi Mart is pretty much a launch pad, bro. So that's their launch pad. So yeah, you can go ahead and do the launch pad. But let's go over the big stuff. This is what I thrive in. It's the technicals. I like looking at charts. This is my this is just where I'm good at. So let's just look at the charts here. I kind of want to pull up a different chart because I have um, which one did I have up? Coinbase. So this is the Coinbase chart. But as you can see, you can't see anything prior to the Coinbase listing because Coinbase, maybe they were a little late listing Toshi. But yeah, maybe we'll just have to use Coinbase. So let's just use the Coinbase one. So let's go all the way back to Toshi on Coinbase. All right. So I already kind of have this. I can't look at the this technical pattern that I wanted to look at, obviously, because I can't see all the way back to 2023 here. But from what I can see, let's go ahead and do that. So we are at a resistance level right now, which is kind of funny because right as we hit this resistance, the MACD is actually reversing right here. You can see how these red candlesticks, all that selling, you can see how it's reversing now. You can see that little tiny green candlestick building. And you also see the RSI confirming it by crossing here and then going and increasing from there. So it kind of confirms that there might be another breakout, but hopefully it's not a false breakout like this one right here. We had a false breakout, couldn't get all the way up here to that next resistance. It got rejected right before that resistance and then just ended up pulling back. And now we're kind of trying to come back from that. But even this from here to here is a pretty big jump. That's 78% right there. So that's a big deal, just from June to July going up 80%. Right. And then what we just now did is also another big thing. So we're looking at the daily chart. Let's go back to another step to the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart shows us something a little bit different, but it also confirms that we're bullish as of right now. But we are entering an overbought stage on the 4-hour chart. You can see here on the RSI as it's entering that overbought area. So it's pretty important because it's right there at the top and it just now crossed and it's going up there. So we'll definitely have some more pumps, right? We'll definitely go higher than this resistance. But the real question is, will we maintain it and sustain it? Or will we get rejected kind of like how we did here and a false breakout here? So that's what we got to look at for that with the 4-hour chart. And then with the MACD on the 4-hour chart, it's also showing a lot of bullish signals here. You can see now it's pushing from oversold to now going into the purchasing area. You can see these green candlesticks showing that we're having an increase inside of volume. You can see it there too. The volume is increasing. So we should be breaking past this level any moment now. And just based off of what we just now did, I just kind of want to show you guys like how big these movements are. Like from August 2nd to where we are now, that was a 36% jump in the price. 36%. Like it might not look big on the chart, but that's a 36% rise because Toshi, when it moves large. Like it moves in big increments. So the reason why I say that is because if you take and go from this Fibonacci at 0.0007, and then you go all the way up here to this Fibonacci at 0.001, or yeah, 0.001, you are now looking at 55% gain. So just from the level that we are at now, up all the way until you reach here at that resistance, that's a 55% gain just in that movement alone. And I don't know if people know how significant that is because should Bitcoin start going crazy right now, right? We would see altcoins going crazy too. And this would be on top of the crazy movements that we had with Toshi just because of the Binance launching. So this could be exactly what Toshi needs to move up to that next level. And it's kind of been calm since its previous highs back inside of January. It's kind of been calm since that, but it's been recovering and it's been building a technical pattern that you can just kind of see it's a textbook pattern here. But if we were to break down on the downside, that would be a nasty drop because then we would end up going to close to all-time lows, honestly, if we had a really bad drop. Now, there's also micro support levels. A lot of people ignore the micro support levels, but the Fibonacci supports and resistance aren't the only thing they're not the only thing that you want to be looking at. Like there's other areas that you would also want to be looking at as well. So just kind of lining it up right now and seeing where it fits. So right here is a good one because you can see resistance here, support here, support here, support here. It doesn't have to be exactly on there, but it's good enough. And we see it time and time again. So 0.0005 is a good support. So if we were to break down and pull back, we would pull back to that level and possibly break it and then go to the next level because we already pulled back to it once here and we did it again back here. So we have to be very, very careful for that. And then the next level that you would also want to watch out for, this is a good one as well. So, you just got to pick where you want to have it ending up at. But all in all, I think Toshi is inside of a good space to pump. I think it has like really good possibility to pump and to get to the next level. It really just depends on what's next. Because people got Binance, they got both Binances now, and they got the Toshi Mart. But what's next? What are they going to drop next to keep them rising? Or is the community going to gather around the project so much that it just starts to pump? or just the fact that it's a Coinbase, a base coin, maybe that is enough to help it pump. So I don't know. We'll see. But this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.